So you saw the thumbnail. Let's just jump right into this one.
Hydrasylum.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you're having a safe and awesome week so far. So yeah, this is a book I've been waiting on for a long time. As soon as the creator said, "Hey, we're doing more," and even before that, when I read the first volume of this, I was like, "Man, I hope we get more of this." And what am I talking about? Well, it's already technically been unboxed because I read it. I had to read it. I've been waiting so long for it. But this is No Heroine. Second Chances Part 1. Let me go ahead and open this up so I can let you know who did what. So this is written by Frank Gogol, art by Chris Mad, colors by Shauna Mad, letters by Sean Reinhardt, and with covers by Chris Mad and Stan Yak. And I actually got the Chris Mad cover, I believe. I think written in the skull somewhere. Yeah. There's the back cover in case anybody wanted to see it. Nice reseal. Came in a nice resealable bag that's even got like a BCU kind of stamped in it. Like, dang, Frank kind of went all out. Uh, Hopefully he'll correct me if I'm wrong. I've actually become friends with Frank. Came friends with him quite a while back, and once again, gotta thank Jenna because Jenna was the one who started getting No Heroine. And we had the trade sitting on the shelf. We had issues 1 and 2 in our box. I can't remember the first time I actually met, and I say met, but talked to Frank online or whatever. Um, but like I said, there's something about I read the book, which here's our copy right here. This is No Heroine Volume 1. What is it? It's Kayla Strong. Now, if you've never read No Heroine, I'll read the little blurb on the back. Drugs, vampires, and punk rock. Clawing her way to her 90th day sober, Kayla sets out to find her missing friend, the one person she knows can keep her on the straight and narrow. The only problem? The gang of heroin dealing vampires that have him. And that's just the start. Frank's written a bunch of great stuff. There's a Power Rangers one, Power Rangers Unlimited. Got that. I made sure that's the first and only Power Rangers book I ever bought was the one that he wrote, and it was fantastic. Dead End Kids is another series that he writes. Uh, he had a series called Unborn that was like Power Rangers meets Aliens. That was really, really dope. Like that one, Sean and I even got like a spot foil Ivan Tao cover that Frank signed. We ordered it directly from Frank, and then we also collected the series. Fantastic. So if you haven't read anything by Frank, try to find some of his stuff. It's amazing. As soon as he told me, "Hey, we're gonna be, releasing, we're gonna be doing this on Kickstarter," right? I was like, "Dude, as soon as you start that Kickstarter, day one, I'm down. I'm backing," and I did. I made sure that I did. Frank is a terrific writer. Frank is also just a super dope person. Awesome to talk to. Jenna, I believe, has actually talked to him before. Did like an interview or something with him a long time ago. And I'm hoping to get Frank on a Hydra hangout one night. I'd love to hang out with him, just talk to him, talk about his writing, but also just if you watch the Hydra hangouts, just talk about comics and just random stuff. But for folks, for folks that have read No Heroine and didn't jump on this one this time, that next campaign, y'all got to get on this. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm probably going to do one of my kind of minute skim it reviews where you're like, this tells me nothing about the book. But just trust me when I tell you, The book was awesome. It was great. It was worth the wait to me. The colors pop. The story is still supernatural. We still have a vampire in it, but this time it's like witches and the supernatural, like that aspect of the supernatural. Um, Kayla is just an awesome, awesome protagonist. Just her story is not one that I personally can relate to. Um, but I know there's others out there that have had problems with sobriety, have had problems with drugs and alcohol and things like that, and have fought really hard to stay clean. Frank writes such an amazing story about that and wrapping it up in a supernatural, kind of vibe. There's a part in this book that I will tell you because it's Second Chances Part One, right? But there's kind of two parts inside the book. And read through the first part, I was like, okay, cool. This is what we're going with. This looks like it's going to be dope. And we get to the second part, and the way it opens, there's a scene in a graveyard that I can almost relate to, you know, a little bit. And it has to do. Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but trust me, I got a little bit of a lump in my throat when I read it. So that just goes to show you, Frank has a way to write things. He puts a lot of there's a lot of action. There's a lot of humor. Not too much, The humor is very well crafted in here, but there's also a lot of heart in this story. And if you haven't yet, and you can still find No Heroine, I honestly, especially the trade, get the trade because there's a story in the back of it, and it's not just a comic book story. It's a little story about Frank's life and why he wrote this book. And reading that, not only did it give me a much better appreciation for the book that I already really, really liked, but it just like Frank just uppercutted me right in the heart when I read this, man. To read this and then know how good of a dude Frank is, like it's just it's not much more I can say about that. Like feels like I'm kissing up to him, but honestly, I love Frank. Again, I really want to get him on a Saturday night show with us. Really would love to talk to him, you know, face to screen, screen to face. I've never spoken to Frank directly. It's always been through messages, but I've always been a fan and will continue to be a fan. And I am so excited that Frank decided to come back to comics for one thing. For real, Frank, Jenna, myself, Sean, we're so glad that you're back, man. And hopefully we'll get to talk to you soon. But hopefully I put the remembered to put the picture up here so I'm not halfway done with the editing and I'm like, oh, look, and I pointed to the wrong side. There we go, over here. Hopefully I put that up there instead of when I get to this part of the video, I'm like, oh, I was supposed to put a picture up there. So I'm gonna have the cover sitting up there the whole time. Um, I know that doesn't tell y'all a lot about this book, but a lot of people that watch this video know me. They know the things that I like. Uh, Believe me when I tell you this, the story is worth it, and it really feels unique. And again, it's not. I say this all the time. I can be friends with creators and not really vibe or dig things that they write, and I could tell them that, and not in a jerkish way. I'd be like, man, this one wasn't for me. But No Heroine and most of Frank's books are for me. Like this dude got me to read a Power Rangers comic and go out and actually buy his Power Rangers Unlimited one shot that he did. Uh, because I just think he's a fantastic writer. So all that to say, folks, I know I got to hang it up there, but I just want to hold up my copy because I am super proud to have this, super proud to be able to call Frank a friend. This whole team just kills it, and I can't wait for more, y'all. I and I don't mean just more no heroine, just whatever other ideas you got cooking up, boss. I hope you and this team find success with this book. I hope this thing keeps going. Uh, I'm already like excited for the next part. I'm already excited for this. Like, this was really good. It was worth the wait. I need to reread the trade to kind of get back, you know. I'm not gonna say I was lost with this, but it has been a while since I read the first trade. But just kudos, man. Y'all crushed it. Y'all crushed it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching today's video. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much and you kind of got the gist of the book. Our protagonist is trying to stay sober. This is a continuation of her story, where now we got witches and supernatural stuff in the mix, and honestly, if you're into that stuff and you just want a great read, this is the book to pick up. And check out Frank Gogol. Check out some of his older stuff. You know, this is the first new thing he's had in a while. So, Frank, team, thank you so much. Hopefully y'all watched this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too bad. And if there's anything else I want to add, you know, to this, please, I always tell creators, if I mispronounce your name, if there's something about your book you wanted me to talk about, anything like that, please leave it in the comments. They're there for you too. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. You all take care. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.